Okay, I'm gonna walk this morning. So I got up this morning and fixed breakfast for the family. We all sat together and ate, chatted. Good way to start the day with your family. Yeah, this is a nice park. Been coming out here for years. It's a circle, but kind of a rough circle. Look at all the black walnuts. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's black walnuts. Yep. They don't want you parking on the grass. They're like, we have designated parking. Park there or go somewhere else if there's not room for you. That's okay. What that is for. Here's my van. So I was going to go out to the track and field they have at the college, and walk around there, but I decided, I'll come out here, be more in nature, probably less people. I think I'm right. I don't think there's as many people as there would have been at the college. So I think I made the right choice. I'm on the sidewalk now, just flanking the river. Let's go look at the river real quick. Break my stride. People inner tube down here, they fly fish. It's just an absolutely beautiful area. It really is. So trying to decide what I want to do with the van. And I don't mean to keep it or get rid of it, because I'm definitely keeping it. I love my van. But I'm thinking, do I want to paint it? Yesterday I did a little research on how to get the pinstripes off. And the side of the van is covered with just rows and rows and rows of pinstripes. So I tried WD-40, I tried the orange Gooby Gone or whatever it was. These are all suggestions online, and nothing worked. A blow dryer, I mean, it'll get it off, but I'd be like in my 80s by the time I was done. Literally. I mean, because I have rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of pinstripes just all around the van. So on Amazon I found it's kind of a disc that you attach to your drill, and it's called I forgot what it is. Either a rubber or gum off disc. I don't know. I watched a video and it showed that it seemed to work pretty good, so we'll see how that pans out. I'll just turn around and go the same way. There's some men working down there, and I don't want to disturb them. So anyway, that should get here today. It's a big job taking all the pinstripes off. But I'm thinking that, you know, I'd like to give it a paint job. So I don't want to paint over the stripes. I kind of like the original, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm thinking about changing it to maybe, you've seen some of the camper vans that are gray, some of them that are like almost like an army green. And I don't know if I'm gonna go that route or stick with white. I just don't know. I can't. It's hard to make a decision. Eventually, I'd like to get one of the awnings you put on the side and it pulls out over the door. No hurry, because we haven't done a lot of camping lately. But even to come out to a park like this and spend the day, it'd be nice to pull an awning out and set up a little table, have coffee and lunch and read a book or whatever. Sounds very appealing to me. Hope one of those big walnuts that doesn't fall on me hit me in the head. I can imagine if you're like riding around the interior here and one falls on your windshield, it could bust it, I would imagine. They're pretty heavy. I don't know how long I'll walk. I guess till I feel like I've had enough. Which is not yet. Yeah, all of these picnic tables here were gone. I mean, not these are obviously they're new, but the ones that were here were gone. I remember not Helene, but the one before that, 2 or 3 years ago. Picnic tables were like in trees. And then some were gone, they just washed down the river. This park's been through it. It's had a lot of things happen to it. Look at the 2 big trees across that part of the river. Yeah, this is beautiful here. Sorry for the jerky motions on the camera. I mean, I'm not really that concerned about it. I hope you're not. I'm literally just holding the phone. I don't even have a selfie stick or anything. I'm very high tech. Man, there's a stack of wood over there that's, look how tall that is. Can you see it way over there? Where it all gathered in that part of the river. Crazy. It looks okay out here, but if you start examining closely, you can see it needs a lot of attention. A lot of dead wood, which is conducive for fires, not to mention snakes and things like that. You know, habitats. Ooh, talking about snakes, look at this. There'd be something, looks like there'd be something under there. It's not a snake, maybe a little gnome or something. I don't know if we have gnomes in this part of the country or not. Well, I got my walk all finished. I feel a lot better now, getting out and moving around, doing a little exercising. Now I'm gonna make me some coffee. See if I can. There we go. That one works. So this is definitely the time to come because we're in peak leaf season. So there's a lot of tourists here, but they're not here this morning. I mean, it's not that early. It must be 10 o'clock, but apparently I beat the crowd because I have my pick of picnic tables. Cafe Bustelo. I'm going to put some Hershey's cocoa in there. It's non-sweetened, so it's not hot chocolate. It's just cocoa powder. See, I'm not cheating. Yeah, I may start today on the van stripes because I should get the little disc today. Let me sit a little bit closer to the camera. How's that? Can I move this without making it fall? I don't really need to. It was doing fine where it was. Anyway, put that in there. Put some collagen peptides in there. Guesstimating, I guess. Probably a little bit over a heaping tablespoon. There's a trail that goes down this way. What's going on? It's about to blow up or take off or something. Anyway, miles and miles of trail that you can walk up into the really higher mountains, like out toward the Blue Ridge Parkway, that area. I'd love to pack a one-person tent and walk that trail for about a week, stopping whenever I felt like it. Make something to eat, make some coffee, relax, continue, go off the trail into the woods a little bit, spend the night. This is my bag of paraphernalia and various things. I have all kinds of hot teas. I have instant coffee, several varieties of instant coffee. Maxwell House, Folgers, Cafe Bustelo. I have whole beans, but I don't have my grinder. I need to get a little portable grinder because the one I have is kind of big and I don't want to carry a big one. And then I have ground coffee in here. And then I have everything else. I have, wire for whatever reason, string for whatever reason. I have scissors, I have knives, forks, spoons, just that kind of thing. Things that I might need. So. We have boiling. Mix it up. We no longer need this. Let it cool down and I'll put it back. Yeah, we live in a really nice area. A lot of nature. A lot of nature. I remember, I guess my oldest son was probably 3 or 4. And if my youngest son was born, he was a baby that had to be carried. But we were right over here, about 100 feet that way by the river. And my wife and son were walking, and he was walking. So, he was probably 3-ish. Because I remember in the unsteady ground, he wasn't very steady. But anyway, all of a sudden I had this feeling to beware of a snake. So I said, be careful of snakes. They're definitely here in this area. And less than a minute later, where my son and wife were walking, I said, whoop, stop. And there was a big snake. It was probably like maybe that big around, that big, and so big, and it was all coiled up, and it was a really thick snake. Now, granted, it was probably just a water snake, but they can bite you. I don't think they're poisonous or that poisonous, but they can bite you. I certainly wouldn't want my 3-year-old at the time to be bitten by, a big snake like that. So that was one of those times where I really believe that was an angelic message, thought that was put into my head, because it was just random. It's like, be careful of snakes. And then I vocalized it. And less than a minute later, there was this huge snake that they hadn't seen because it was coiled up, and it was just in the leaves. You can't see them. They're very camouflaged. But my eyes were opened to that. So I always remember that. Every time I come out here, every time I think of that. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to treat myself today. I don't usually use the non-dairy creamer because I know it's extremely unhealthy for you, for your heart. But sometimes I feel like I just need to indulge. This is one of those times. Not a big deal. I'll use 2 little packets. Let's see. I don't want to dig through and have to find a spoon or anything, so I'll just do this way. I'm stirring it. There's another gentleman over there who had a van. Not a high top, but a van. And he had some kind of a grill, small grill on the table. I guess he's going to grill himself something. He was alone. He had some music playing and a lounge chair, lawn chair, whatever you want to call it. Looked like he was going to be spending some time there. It looked nice. I don't mind spending some time like this every now and then by myself. I feel like I need me time, but I mostly I like being with my family. So I'm close to my family, very close. We're a close family. But I'm going to sit here and drink my coffee, watch the squirrels. There's 2 right in front of me playing. A lot of leaves have fallen. Sorry about that, the in and out. The iris is trying to focus for the adjust for the lighting, and I literally don't feel like getting up and pushing the screen and making it stop, because that locks it into place. So all in all, the quality of this entire video has just been garbagey. I know it's been shaky. It's been adjusting the iris and in and out of focus and no framing. It is what it is. I'm going to go enjoy my coffee. I'll see you guys soon. God bless you. God loves you. And I wish you'd read the 91st Psalm every night and put yourself and your family and your loved ones in the 91st Psalm. It's a psalm of protection from all the craziness that's going on in our world right now. And if you read the Bible, you know it's only going to intensify. It's going to get worse. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye. You know what I mean.